Hey everyone, it's Rabbi Shmuel Pollan. Welcome back. I hope you're doing well. And I'm going to ask you a question. What did you think about today? And did you have a plan for what you were going to think about? Because there's a lot of problems taking place that are thought diseases. They're diseases of the way people think. Stress in general, anxiety, depression, bipolar, schizophrenia. All of these are your thoughts going off the rails because you're making the biggest mistake you can make in your life, which is to just let your thoughts happen to you. Whatever pops into your head is what you think about. No, you have the choice of what you want to think about. You can ignore what pops into your head because a lot of what's popping into your head is from Satan. It's there to drag you down, to bring you down. So you don't want to just think whatever pops into your head. You want to take active control, conscious control over your thoughts. This is the most important thing you can do in your life, and it's the first step to happiness. So you need to have a thought strategy. And there are many lenses through which you can view the world. There's many things you can do with your thoughts as you go through your day. There's the game lens, there's the movie lens, there's the art lens, there's the dance lens. There's different ways you can think about things. But I want to give you just the most simple lens, which is the gratitude lens. This is the way you can get started becoming happy and becoming a grateful person. Because you don't want to be a selfish person. You don't want to realize that you have a life so much better than people in 1950 and never appreciate that. That's not nice. That's not right. You want to be a person who is constantly reminding himself and constantly aware of how great his life is. And then your life will be even greater because you will be so freaking happy. You will be just over the moon with how happy you are. If you go through your day with a thought strategy, you're going to look at everything through the lens of gratitude. How grateful am I that I have X? So in order to do this lens properly, you have to have the on switch and the off switch because you can only see light when it's in darkness. That's when it really shines the brightest. So in order to truly appreciate something, you have to think for a moment what life would be like if you didn't have it. So if I'm looking now at my garbage can, I have to think for a moment what it would be like if I didn't have a garbage can. Man, there would be trash strewn all over the floor. And that is holding it all in one place. I have a car. What would it be like if I didn't have a car? Well, I'd have to walk everywhere. And what would happen to the places that I really want to go to that are miles away? I'd have to walk miles or I wouldn't be able to go to them. I would be stuck. I would be screwed. And that was the situation a few decades ago when people didn't have cars. We are so lucky. We have cars that go 120 miles per hour. They have beautiful upholstery, beautiful seating, beautiful leather seats and air conditioning and radio. Be grateful for each of these things. What would it be like if I didn't have my car radio? What would it be like if there were no seats in my car? What would it be like if I didn't have a computer? Because a couple decades ago, they didn't have computers and they would be typing on a typewriter. What would it be like if I had to learn how to type on a typewriter and type everything on that typewriter and then crank it and then print it out and then use a whiteout and blackout to just make sure you get everything just right and for all the little mistakes that you made because you can't go and do it again because it's such a hassle. So it's unbelievable that we have this computer where we can just make edits and delete and copy and paste and do all these unbelievable things and we don't think a thing about it. The fact that you don't think a thing about it is what's causing your stress, is what's causing your anxiety, is what's causing your bipolar, is what's causing your schizophrenia. These are all thought diseases. They're the result of people accepting the thoughts that come into their mind when in fact, what you should be doing is have a thought strategy. No, every single day, I'm going to spend the day looking for things that I can be grateful for. And you can be grateful for anything. I can be grateful for this very table that I'm on right now. Because if I didn't have the table, remember, always go to the opposite. If I didn't have the table, then everything would just fall down to the ground and everything would break. Although the computer would break. So how glad am I that I have this table? You have to get into this mode. You got to use the gratitude lens. This is your first step towards happiness. When you do this, you will become a more spiritual person. You will become a more wise person. You will become a more happy person. You will become a more powerful person. Only a selfish person takes everything for granted, and that's what we do every single day. We take everything for granted. How many times? Only when some video on YouTube tells us to remind us that we should be thinking about how much greater our life is now than the way it was 100 years ago, that's when we think about it. No. Think about it every day, every moment, every little thing in your life. Think about what it would be if you didn't have it, and think about what it is now that you do have it. Be grateful for absolutely everything that you see. That's the first step to happiness. and you will enjoy your life in this world and the next. God bless.